Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Beings of the Light Patreon channelings. So today we are doing a Patreon channeling of Ascendant Master Lakeshma, who is from Atlantis. And for those who don't know me, my name is Kimberley and I channel the Beings of the Light, and these are beings from the divine and galactic realms of light. So Lakeshma is an Ascendant Master who we channel on a monthly basis. So she brings forth New Age teachings and New Earth teachings as we are going through the Great Awakening at the moment. So she assists us with the knowledge from Atlantis to assist us go through this transition. All right, so participants, welcome. We have Isabel. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go into trance, which means I bring forth Lakeshma within me and she speaks out of me. All right, and I'll see you all on the other side, okay? Hello, I am Lakeshma coming through. Welcome today.
Hi, Lakeshma.
Hello.
Welcome back again. I just love so much coming through Kimberley, as she knows. If only she channels me more, but I'm patient with her.
I love it.
But she knows I'm always there. And we love you all. What an exciting time to be alive.
It is. And Kimberley posted some of your writing, Lakeshma, of her book. And it is so interesting, Lakeshma.
It is.
It really is. And I'm really looking forward to the completion of the book and that I can read it from page to page. And I told Kimberley to hurry up. I just wanted to let you know that.
Yes, I've been gently encouraging her to write it. Of course, it'll be written in its own divine time. There is no rush, of course, but yes, information will assist strongly in this transition of the new earth, which you are now entered. There is much knowledge from the past that will assist you in this time continuum. As some of you already know, when I existed in Atlantis, it was the time of Great Awakening. It was the first wave of Great Awakening after the veil of illusion was on our planet. We had assistance from others. It was the origins of the ascension teachings that came to us. It's been passed down all different timelines, in your perceived timelines and civilizations. And this is why I'm bringing forth this information, because it will assist you as what you are going through now with the grand mass awakening. It does not even compare to civilizations from the past in your perception of the past. You may look back and view civilizations like Egypt and Atlantis as truly grand, but we were still not evolved to the level that you are. You have much more potential than we ever did. Of course, you look back and see, and you read and you hear about stories about technology. Yes, we're advanced for our time because of these assistants we've had. Beings coming forth from other worlds assisting us with this technology. We're tapped into this, we would say in your terminology, history of other beings on our planet also. But you are much involved, even though you do not at times see this. You look around, you compare yourself from stories of past civilizations, and you see yourself as not advanced. You see society and the world as not as advanced. You, as a being, are much more advanced than all the beings that have ever lived. Your belief systems are holding judgment on who you are and who you are as a people. If only you knew how truly advanced you are. There is a reason why you don't have such advanced technologies in this current time. You don't need them like how we need them back, we would say in your terminology. You have access to all of the universe, access to all that is just by going within. You don't need external forces to assist you on this. But of course, when it is the right time, when you have evolved collectively to the level, we would say, that you're able to tap in fully to who you truly are, then it'll be the next step for your evolution. There's already technologies, already that's not in, would say, mainstream knowledge yet, that's quite advanced. And as the veils of delusion come down, and as the notion of duality becomes thinner and thinner, and more oneness is recognized on Earth, then these technologies will come to your forefront. It'll be made aware of in your society. There are those who already know of such technologies. It is kept hidden. But again, this is all for a purpose, and there is no wrong here. There is still much fear in your society. And those of you are that's attracted to these teachings, even though you're recognizing now your divine abilities, many of you are having troubles in this transition. Because you see both sides. You see the illusion, the dream, and you also see beyond. And sometimes it's difficult to go back and forth because you know there's something out there and you long for it. You long for more understanding. And you experience resistance because you want to know more of the full picture. You want to shed these illusions. You want to shed the fear you're experiencing. And this causes much vibrational issues within you. And I'm here to ease that transition. We all are. It's meant to be a journey for you. In your terminology, spiritual awakening is not always easy. Many of you at this time are being, we would say, activated. Past rememberings are coming through to your conscious awareness. Just remember to focus on the present moment. Yes, guidance is coming forth from, you would say, your past, but to assist you in this era and this time continuum. It will always be different because the situation is always different. You are more evolved, and as such, new modalities and technologies will also be more evolved. So we are all there assisting you. And do not worry about what you see around you. You watch the news. You watch what is going on in your world. And you experience fear. You experience judgment. You think the world is going backwards. And it is quite the opposite. All these events are happening to expand all of you. There is a higher purpose for it all. Through much contrast brings light, brings more love, more understanding, more compassion. And because of this transition, you experience this contrast, the incongruencies that you feel between what you're feeling, experiencing, and others. You feel like you want to change others, make them see your perspective, show them what's really occurring, but it is also their journey also. They will remember if they are meant to, if they want to. It is an individual journey, even though it does affect the collective unconscious. We love you greatly. And it is time to remember more of who you are. Time to remember all the assistance that you actually have. You are here on this earth for a reason. There's so many sources of support for you. Many of you have sought external sources, have sought religions for your answers. And of course, there's always benefits for all systems. But to seek the answers, it's always within. And Gaia, she is a strong source for you. A strong source of empowerment. She is part of you. Your human body is Gaia, is from Gaia. And as such, you have all these sources for you to help you evolve. Many of you recognize the powers of nature. But many of you do not. See it for the glory and the power that it is. All the energy codes exist in all the elements. They are here to assist you in your human experience of being here. I am so pleased that you are both here today.
So, Lakeshma, I came across some information about Atlantis, about a how did it describe? A bioluminescent green over the city. And I know you've mentioned that you talked about crystals and you talked about the water and singing to the water and really tapping into the natural elements. Was there a bioluminous kind of essence around your city?
In the time of my existence there, it was only the start of the civilization, but yes, past my time there was more advancements in Atlantis, the advancement of crystal technologies, and as such, by tapping in this crystal energy, it was to assist us in our evolution. I'm just showing Kimberley now the images. And I'm showing Kimberley would say a statue holding a green gem. But this gem, this crystal, was not of the earth. It sent out certain frequencies. And it assisted in the transmission of all different beings from different worlds, like an intergalactic communicator, we would say.
Interesting.
Tapping in certain frequencies. It elevated the frequency of Atlantis also.
Ah, that's the why.
The frequencies that were emitted were generated from this artifact that was not of this world. But like I said, these technologies were needed at that time because it was the first Great Awakening with humans. You are at the level now we do not need such technologies. You've gone past this need for it. It is all within. Technologies have evolved. And I know many of you seek to go back to civilizations like this. You seek to experience a world like that. But we were not evolved, just our technology was, to assist us in this awakening. That time of the green light was past my time there. In my time there, it was the beginning. Atlantis saw many different versions, we would say. Many different times in its evolution, we would say. We became fully awakened, fully conscious, because we understood now these ascension teachings. These were the basis of your universal laws, how the universe worked. We knew that we were not separate. We were one. Our children knew that we were one because of our belief systems and how we raised our children. From encountering this knowledge, they were fully also able to access them. It was open knowledge in the schools. It was common for us to openly communicate with these beings in the physical planes and in the non-physical planes. It was a unity between our world and others. And now in your time continuum, you are being assisted, but not in an indirect manner, we would say. They do walk amongst you, but they are not overtly known in your society as yet. They are still here. They've always been here. Many beings are assisting Earth right now. They are watching in joy. They are excited for what is to come. They know they are witnessing a grand evolution of Earth. And they are assisting with their own divine purposes, because what happens here on earth affects the consciousness throughout the universe. It affects beyond. It expands source. As we are all one, everything becomes expanded. But everyone knew that Earth would be a challenge, so only the masters came here. If only you knew how many spectators there were watching what is happening with love. As many of you are becoming to be aware what is occurring behind the veil, beyond the veil of illusion, the dream which you chose to explore here. And it's very exciting, but it also can be scary because you've held beliefs all your life of how things should be, how people should be, how society should be. Of course, it may take time for you to break free of these limiting beliefs and these perceptions of who you should be, what should be. This is the transition. And we know it's bumpy. And I know you get frustrated because you think it should be more smoother than it is, because you have already these insights. But it's a lifelong life being lived with certain perspectives. Of course, it takes time for you to see higher perspectives and to not create judgment, not just on others, but on yourself. We understand this. And this is why I'm bringing forth these teachings and teaching them to you from how we learned them. To assist you in your evolution, as it is the right divine time. You are ready for it. And me and others, we are so pleased we can do this, that it is finally at the right time for us to come forth in these direct manners. And that Kimberley is ready for us to come forth in these direct manners. It's always a divine timing in all things. And we love you dearly, as you know.
I do. I love you too, tremendously. And I feel so happy that we were able to connect, Lakeshma. I'm just so grateful for you to be in my life, walking through Kimberley, walking through me in my heart center. So nice. And I think I'm beginning, like, you know, every time we have these conversations, it seems like everything, the technology in Atlantis or whatever I read or whatever I uncover, it's really about helping people to become clearer, more of themselves, more of their true selves. And so each process, or even if it's technology, it was just really to help everyone raise a higher frequency, to be more in love. And that was the purpose.
That is correct. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is really interesting because our society right now, like, you know, we're not all focused on raising our frequency and being in more love. I mean, there's a lot of us, you know, that are working in being in more love and in light. But, you know, just like companies, you know, which is fine. It's, you know, we get to play. But it's interesting. I can only imagine how, you know, a school, a city, a town, a state, a country just focus on being in love and joy as their main focus of living. How transformative and amazing that would be, because as I become more of a being of remembering or awakening, I can tell you personally, it's really exciting because you get access to more information and more friends. Like, I have so many friends on the other side, and I just love connecting with all of you on the other side, and finding Jenny now, and it's just so much fun. And so if you're in a really high frequency, I can just imagine tapping into even more wondrous things as a society. So thank you for bringing that excitement and joy to us, because right now we are, I guess it's like kind of watching a child like learn how to walk. You see them fall and they stumble and they cry, and like as a mom, you pick them up and you're like, it's okay, it's okay. And then the child like gets up and takes another step, and then when they run for the first time and they're giggling with delight, I mean, like, that's the greatest feeling to see that happen, right? So I guess it would almost feel like, oh, look at Isabel, look at Jenny, look at Kimberley, like, oh, they stumbled, but it's okay, because they're going to get back up, and soon they're going to be more into light and love, and they're going to be gleeful.
We're making it.
We're making it. and then because we're all one, you get to feel that too, So it is. It's really, I'm so glad I remembered, and you were there for me and helped me remember, because it's really cool, and I'm really grateful, and I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank yourself, my dear child. You are the ones doing the work. You are the ones who came forth in this illusion, this dream. But this is part of your evolution. Humans, you've reincarnated as humans here on Earth, and your evolution in this time continuum is the evolution based on going within. It is not the evolution of the past, we would say, in your terminology of using technologies to do so. This is a new stage, and this is why it's so advanced. This is why it is such a great awakening. It cannot be compared to those of the past, because you are doing it all by recognizing who you are, by recognizing that you are source, and that you don't need external forces, we would say, objects, technologies to assist you. How empowering is that, to know you do not need it? This is why this evolvement is being watched throughout the universes, because other worlds do depend on technologies. Here you are highlighting, demonstrating that you have evolved to the level where you're doing it just by recognizing that you are source, and that there is no separation. And we understand it could be more challenging than easily just going to an external force, but you are ready to take this ultimate challenge in your evolutionary journey by receiving these teachings and using them to tap into who you are beyond the human body. Tapping into the powers of source, which you are. You are not separate. And we know you see yourself as limited because you're in a human body. But this is not so. It is just conditioning. Certain beliefs you've acquired throughout your timelines, because you have forgotten who you are. You see yourself as smaller than you are. It is the opposite. You are grand. You have all the abilities within. If only you knew what you can achieve if you had the belief. And it's a journey here. We understand this is why it is master level here. You are cutting through generations, timelines of fear. You are cutting through all of that conditioning, all those fears passed down throughout all your timelines. You are transcending it. How grand and exciting that is to fully cut through all this fear that is in society, that is in the collective. You are transcending all that by individually going within. It is an individual journey, we would say, but it is affecting the collective consciousness, and the collective consciousness, the denseness of it, the fear that has been there throughout eons is being lifted. Although you see it being experienced with events that are based in fear in your perspective, situations that are recurring. But this is what happens to bring forth more light and more understanding. What happens around the events? People are coming together. People are focusing more on love and unity. Can't you see? It's a catalyst for your evolution. All these events are catalysts to allow you to remember the power that you have and that you can overcome darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And you are doing it all by uniting, using this consciousness, but also working on your own individual journeys. Because even though you are one, you all have unique fears, unique challenges to overcome, depending on what you chose to explore here. And because you are light workers, all of you watching this are a form of light worker. You are here to bring forth light, to assist others uncover their own light. You are an integral part of this evolution of humanity. Whether you feel like you have in your terminology, a grand role or not, just by you emitting the light, you're assisting those around you. You are all important. Do not see yourself as less than that. You are here bringing forth this evolution. How exciting is that? That you are assisting the collective consciousness, not just on Earth, but beyond. You have a part to play in expanding Source. Can't you see how grand this is? You are not small. Only those that are advanced are here because of all the challenges that exists on Earth throughout your timelines and all the fear that you had to transcend as a collective. But now it's lifting. You are bringing forth the new era. It is the new Earth. You cannot even compare it to other civilizations. This is why, through me and other teachers are coming forth to assist you on different perspectives, different techniques, different understandings of how to assist in your evolution, in your transition. But it is all within. And you'll see this as a common theme amongst many of us. This is the focus of your evolution. It is not about external objects. The theme, the catalyst for your evolution is the remembering, is the recognizing, is the belief that you are source and that you are powerful and that is all within. You have the ability to travel throughout the universe. to access all your divine gifts. It is all within. It is that source part of you that you are. You are uniquely advanced in different ways due to, you would say, your history, through all the lives you have lived on other worlds, all the skills you've picked up, all the rememberings you've picked up over all the different timelines.
Lakeshma, when you talk about that, like all the skills and like the different worlds that we've lived in or lived on, is that, so they talk about the Akashic records and they talk about our blueprint. Do things get encoded in our blueprint for each lifetime we live?
Yes, my dear. Every life you live, you have imprints of your life imprinted in your divine blueprint. Your Akashic records is part of this, and it is with you throughout all existence. This is why some of you, as you go more within, you have flashes. You resonate with certain timelines. And if everything in life, your passions, your missions here, to become all that you're wanting to explore here, to access your full potential here. As you go within, you access these tools, these abilities that exist within you. But you do this by going within. The perspectives are unique from how you saw it to how you saw your life. In this way, it is a record. And this is what makes you unique. You are one. You are source. However, you have these uniqueness about you, unique aspects, and these are the imprints from all the lives you are living, all the different timelines. And this is why sometimes abilities comes forth all of a sudden. Without prior learnings, you uncover certain abilities, certain passions. It is because you're accessing your divine blueprint. All the information is there.
Are some of the skills and things that we are remembering, are they from things that we are doing currently in other timelines as well to assist ourselves?
You are a multi-dimensional being.
Mm-hmm.
You are living many timelines at once. All these abilities that you experience in this lifetime, if you're drawn to certain abilities, if you discover you have abilities that just come to you, it is because you've had these in other lives. All these rememberings stay with you. All the skills, all the understandings of how the universe works, they stay with you. And this is why those of you who are watching this, you as a light worker, you've had this calling. You always have this calling.
Mm-hmm.
You can choose not to live it out in a life, but you will always have this calling to assist others with the light. You may choose to experiment. You may choose to explore this differently and uniquely in different lives. However, you are a unique group of beings, who would say. And this was your purpose. This is why you were created. Although it is experienced differently throughout all the different lives. This was your fundamental mission, we would say, to assist in bringing the light forth not only for yourself, but to assist others. And in doing so, you are assisting in the expansion of Source by actively participating in the expansion of consciousness. And how
I read about, sorry, very exciting. I read about waves of volunteers coming here for the expansion. And I was just curious if we are the third wave of volunteers, if we are a part of that as light workers right now.
you all came together. This is what I'm saying. You are so advanced to come forth in this lifetime continuum because you chose to be a part of the first stage, you would say, the integral part in this transition from the old way to the new way. Only the most advanced light workers came here. People have come before you to assist in the preparation, we would say, of this stage. But this is the stage where it becomes reality. It is already becoming reality. And you knew it would be challenging because you are in the halfway point between the old way and the new way.
Mm-hmm.
And going through this transition and helping others to go through this transition. But yes, you all chose to come here for this purpose, one way or the other. Some of you chose not to remember fully. You chose to experience this dream and to experience what it was like for others to assist you in this transition. Playing different roles, experiencing both sides. You wanted the full experience of both sides. But do not feel like you were obligated to assist others if you do not feel that calling. It all occurs in its divine timing, and you are assisting others in the consciousness, but you do not even realize it because of the energy you are emitting, the light you are emitting, your interactions with others. You're setting off catalysts with others. You may see this through people closest to you as evidence for this. Changes are occurring because of your existence here. Do not feel it has to be a grand mission on your part. Do not worry about this. Be in the present moment and you'll be guided each step of the way. And it is the right divine time for you. And you are all coming together in this time. You are all finding your groups, you would say. You're finding each other in different networks of groups. As united, you are stronger in this way. You are able to work through both sides, the fears, all the experiences you are living with, both in the dream and beyond, in knowing that it is a dream, but you feel stuck in the dream at times because you are assisting, you're wanting to experience this transition. You have the ability to go through this transition. Sometimes it does take divine patience, divine trust, and that it's occurring all when it is supposed to be occurring. And you can see around you the people that you've attracted into your life. You can see how it is assisting you in your evolutionary journey. It is not by accident that you found each other. And certain people will be drawn to certain perspectives, different perspectives of the new earth, different perspectives of the evolutionary journey. But it all has a common theme. It all has a common thread. They are assisting you. We all are assisting you in your unique belief systems to allow you to remember who you are, to become fully empowered to the level that you are at. Those of you watching this, you are at the level, we would say in your terminology, that you are able to comprehend and take on this information, these higher perspectives. For those who may not be ready for this information, they will be drawn to other teachers that still assist them in their evolutionary journey. And when they are ready, they can move on to higher information. It's all part of their journey. And it depends on what they chose to explore here. And as such, there is no levels in truth. Because those of you watching, those of you here today, you chose to fully move out of the dream. And we are so glad that you made this choice. And this is why you've created a network to assist others to remember their divinity also. And we are guiding you every step of the way. You may feel guided to bring this information to others, but you may feel fear on judgment, what people may think of you. But this is how the network expands. Those who are ready will find this on their own. Those who are halfway there, the universe will orchestrate you all to bring them to the information. So they will find it eventually when they are ready. And this network especially is strong.
We feel it.
Yes, but it's a lot of fun.
And that's what reality is supposed to be. Although it is challenging, you can see it in the fun perspective when you know that you do have the ability. It is when you feel like you do not have the ability to overcome these tests. It's when you see life in not a fun way, in a challenging way. But when you believe within yourself that you're capable and that you're seeing past the veil, then you can reach this conclusion for yourself. You can see the truth. You can see it in the lightheartedness that is life. Because you're seeing life from a higher perspective. You're seeing life from who you truly are because you know you are capable. You know it's a challenge, but you know you are capable, and this is why you can see in this perspective. You are having faith that you can overcome. And it's hard sometimes in life to see this higher perspective, to see the joy that is life. Because you are bogged down with the dream at times. And we know that because the collective is not there fully yet, and people around you are still fully in the dream. This also makes it, we would say, challenging and brings forth further tests for you. because you are interacting both in the dream and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
You are going into the dream knowing that when you enter the dream, you will forget. In a way, you volunteered for this. You sacrificed being fully empowered to experience the life, to experience dipping in from the dream and coming out of the dream. But every time it becomes easier. And through time, you are able to go into the dream and fully embrace the dream for what it is. To fully live in the dream, knowing that it is a dream. And if you can do this, this is when you have much joy in your life. When you become fully empowered, when you become one with your source self, you are aligned with who you are. You are tapping into your potential, to who you are, to source. Yet you are seeing the dream as a playground, as an experiment for you to expand even further and to assist in raising the consciousness of others. It is when you fear the dream, there becomes resistance. You do not need to fear the dream. Once you've overcome your individual tests, when you acquire more rememberings, you will find joy living in the dream. And you'll be able to access both sides and live in the full potential state as a human, being able to access non-physical and the physical, which is beyond what non-physical can do.
Wow. That must be so neat to experience, Lakeshma. And thank you so much for sharing that, because that was so helpful. So like, I can really relate to the non-physical being like, you know, heart-centered and connecting with the non-physical. And I feel you guys and I talk to you, and then I'm back into
My dear one, and those of you watching, isn't technology fun?
Yeah. Was I totally frozen?
You were, my dear child.
Kimberly is going to be upset. Kimberly, don't be upset. I'm going to repeat it.
All is perfect and it's occurring how it's supposed to, my dear.
Exactly. So I was just saying that thank you for confirming that it will become easier with more practice, that I can step into the physical and the non-physical and process the fear much quicker, and it's getting easier through it. Even though it's challenging, you're absolutely right, it is, but the more you practice and the more you become more in love and light, it does really help a lot.
Because you're still experiencing the duality that is still here in this consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to visually show you, this is the veil and this is beyond. You are going forth between the two. But as both sides come together, as you move towards who you truly are, You are able to live as one. This is where oneness exists. You are both in the dream, but both beyond the dream. It is here where you fully experience what it truly means to be an evolved human. Reality is coming together, becoming one. You would say your source you, your source self, sees this occurring. You see the separation in your human self, in the egoic mind, in the dream.
Mm-hmm.
You feel going back and forth between beyond the veil and the dream and the illusion. But can't you see it's a process going within? As you go within, you bring these two notions closer together. You are becoming one with Source. There is no duality. There is no separation. And as a collective, as you move closer, you are fully recognized as one. Can't you see? It is not meant to be moving past the veil completely, where you just live in the non-physical. It is about the merging of the two. That is the full experience for being on earth. It is the merging of the two, that you are oneness, that there is no duality. And because you are living in both perspectives in unison with truth, because you are one with your source self and all that is, you are able to easily access both. And this experience is beyond non-physical, because in non-physical we do not get to experience this. We do not get to experience physical life and the challenges and all the joy that comes from overcoming the challenges.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that all beings seek. But only the advanced came here, because only the advanced were capable of this. And of course, in your society, there is still some dualistic notions. But because it's the new birth and the great awakening, you are merging. You are becoming one. Once this happens, you cannot even conceive what this will look like. It is expansive beyond words. When you experience this, when you as an individual and you as a collective get to this stage, you will be the most advanced world, the most advanced set of beings throughout all of the universes and all that exists. Because you already are advanced. Innately who you are. But you coming together, the union, being one with who you are, is beyond words, beyond understanding. You cannot even conceptualize this. You can only see glimpses of this. This is why you are here. You are here to bring these dualistic notions together. And this is why we are all here assisting you, because we love you. And because this is, we would say, in the grand scheme of all timelines throughout all of the universes, what is occurring here on Earth, we would say, is a historic, in your terminology, event. known throughout all of the universes. Because what happens is affecting all. The power of this union has unlimitless power. You are limitless. It is through these teachings that allows you to build on the knowledge that you already know within. It allows you to resonate. It allows you to think, to feel, because you know this knowledge already. I am just reminding you of this knowledge. While you're in the dream, we are just reminding you and assisting you through this veil with these understandings that you already know if you existed outside of the veil. So do not play small, because you are not small. Know that you are worthy. You will not be here otherwise. You are the ultimate expressions of Source. Through such contrasts experienced on your world comes much expansion for not just you individually, but all of the collective and beyond. And Source expands greatly as a result. The universe expands greatly as a result. As a result, more universes are becoming created. More possibilities are being created. Your existence is being expanded beyond from what you can conceptualize. It all starts with you. It is, we would say, a process, an energetic process. You would say an alchemic process in your terminology. Of this change, when it takes effect, ripples out throughout all, throughout oneness. But you do not have to worry about beyond. You need to just focus. It is easy to become distracted. But you are here to merge the two together. The two aspects of life here on earth together. To become one. To recognize fully in conscious awareness that you are one. And as such, to do this, it's about being in the present moment. What you are experiencing in your timeline in the present moment. And practicing going within, connecting to Source, that is you, that is all of us.
Lakeshma, since we're talking about the ascension and like the connection of Source Self in our bodies, and I think we discussed this before, that our, like, there's ascension symptoms, but our bodies are changing, accommodate this union, right? There is some physical change that's happening. I mean, I'll still look like me, but there is, I don't know, I just feel like I am changing physically, my molecules, like, I don't know, that's what I sense.
Throughout the human body, there are aspects of your being that have laid dormant, we would say. In your creation, when you came here on earth, divine creation that you are, knew that you would go on this evolutionary journey, and as such, as you go through your evolutionary journey, you switch on more parts of your divine nature. You may call this in your physical terminology, your DNA, aspects of you, parts of the brain. Your sciences knows that at this time, you are not using 100% of your brain.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not empty space. You are creating networks. When you're creating this union, you're switching on more parts of your brain. You are activating more parts of your DNA. You're going within and switching on the next stage of your evolutionary journey. And to assist on this evolutionary journey, there has been energies on this planet. Beings have assisted with this activation. But to be truly activated, to switch on all aspects of you, it is about going within, accessing your divine blueprint. It is here where you access through here your source part of you, and then because you are ready, and because of your divine life purpose, you are being switched on, and due to the collective consciousness on the world, this energy force allows more activation also to occur. And this is why so many of you are also being activated, because the collective consciousness is changing, because the fear is being lifted. And uniting together as light workers, you are activating each other. But yes, the physical body does go through changes, goes through adjustments to accommodate these activations.
Mm-hmm.
It's held throughout time. It also holds, we would say, energetic systems of the collective consciousness. It holds belief systems. It holds fears that you've acquired in your physical experience here. They were all imprints. And you are able to transcend all these. Your physical body shows you what is occurring.
Mm-hmm.
It allows you to let go and trust that all is well. It also shows you when there is resistance. If you are advanced, you would not. Why would you choose a body that was not advanced? Remember this. Is there anything else you would like to discuss before we finish here today?
No, that's all, Lakeshma.
And I love you greatly. We all do. And all of you watching, remember, great things are occurring. We trust with you watching this, you will start to realize how powerful and important you are. And if you feel guided to go to certain networks of people, then do so. They are here to support you in your evolutionary journey. It is so exciting for you all, if only you could see that perspective. At times you do. But this is why you are here, to experience this journey. Switching back from going within the veil, going beyond and out of the veil. You are capable of transcending this and going through this transition. You are becoming more aligned to who you are. You are becoming more one with Source and who you are, and with one with all that is. And we love you dearly. And we are always here to assist you in this transition. We love you. Farewell.
Bye.
Oh, she has such a good sense of humor. She's just sorry. Oh, I'm back. She's cheeky sometimes. Oh,
I love her.
she's just she's still watching over there. She's still here in the presence, but
Awesome.
she's just funny. She's talking anyway. So how was your experience today?
Awesome. It was great.
Good. Oh, she is a character, isn't she, at times?
I would so, Lakeshma could probably hear this, but Lakeshma, I would so.
She's just here. She's laughing.
She's one of the girls.
She is. Oh, all right. Well, those of you watching, if you want to participate in these monthly sessions with Lakeshma, just you can join through Patreon at www.patreon.com/Beings of the Light with Kimberley. So we do also have Yeshua channelings too. So these ones that you are seeing are made public. However, we do in another tier have a second round. So we do this twice a month, and those ones are private. So for those of you who want to participate but maybe not want these to go public, then if you join tier 4, then basically you'll get these twice plus, and you'll get content that remain private. For those of you who are working on a lot of fears at the moment, it's very beneficial. But of course, there's much more very cool and exciting content there as well. All right, everybody. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And of course, we've got a Facebook page and a Facebook group. You can interact in that content also. Okay. So until next time, I'll see you soon. And thank you, Isabel.